Hi, I'm Megan Just. I am in my third year at the University of South Florida in the PhD program for educational psychology. I am so thankful for everyone's help in getting me this far. I have completed my coursework, I have been admitted to candidacy, and that all happened last year. And in this past year, I have made a little bit of progress towards the completing my work, but I admit it's been slow going. This past year, I had the delight and pleasure of joining the Florida Gulf Coast University College of Education as a visiting faculty member in the Department of Leadership, Technology, and Research. I was hired to teach undergraduates classroom assessment and educational measurement. And that went relatively well for my first time out the gate. And I'm looking forward to applying for the full time assistant professor position that will be posted this fall. And I've done a lot of work to make myself a very competitive and eligible applicant for that role. As a result, I was delayed in making progress towards my dissertation research proposal and the study itself. But I have great faith that I will be working hard on that this summer and in the fall because I need that to be completed in order to be eligible for the position I'm hoping to apply for. So that's in an overview where the state of my program of study is right now. What you'll find in the live binders that you are reviewing is some evidence that I have made some small steps towards solidifying my academic identity. And you'll see evidence from my teaching at USF specifically. That's where I've done my reflection and my analysis on my teaching practice in higher education and specifically in online teaching, which I've come to determine is not the best fit for my talents as an educator. I think I do better in hybrid and face-to-face courses. That said, I do want to alert you to some of my highlights of my successes this past year, which have been that I was able to present my psychometric study at the American Psychological Association last August, where I used structural equation modeling to do my analyses. And it was a fruitful process because I decided not to use some of the instruments I had intended to use for my dissertation study. And that is always a good thing when you can discern what instruments are going to elicit interpretable results. Additionally, in the spring and March, I was invited to speak at a conference on creativity in Sarasota. And I just really spoke about my interests in self-determination theory and about creativity and how perhaps the self-determination theory is a good framework for understanding creativity development. And though I didn't have any research of my own to present, that was okay because this was a more generalized audience who was just interested in the kind of research I'm hoping to conduct. So that was a really fun experience. I also have joined the governing board of the Babcock Ranch Neighborhood School, which is a charter school in Charlotte County devoted to project-based learning. It is through that service that I'm doing that I'm hoping to establish a long-term relationship with the school as a potential place for future research projects. I do think project-based learning may be a unique context for developing creativity, and who knows what opportunities might exist with that school down the future. Let's see what else. I have worked to establish a relationship as a scholar within national organizations. I am in contact with many scholars who are members of the APA Division 10, which is the Division of Psychology of the Aesthetics, Creativity, and the Arts. And I have found that those researchers are doing much of the work I'm interested in. And so that has been a very fruitful experience. Many of the scholars in that division have helped me tremendously and guided me when I have had questions. So that's, I think, a good part of my program development. Though there's not a lot of evidence, I haven't written a paper yet. I have things in the works, and I'm excited because in the fall, FGCU will be giving me a graduate assistant, and I'm hoping that that person can help me take some of the research I'm doing on creativity and assessment and help convert that into a paper. So those are just some highlights. I wanted to try something different with this video introduction. I hope you are all well, and if any of you are ever down in Lee County, I would love to hear from you because I do feel disconnected from the whole program because I'm so remote. And I appreciate everyone's understanding and flexibility, but would love to hear more from some of you. I hope you were all well, and thanks for all your help.